Hi guys, it is April from Getting Hygge With It. Today I am doing my February favorites. Now these favorites have nothing to do with books. I'm going to be doing a February wrap up for that. My life is not only about books, most of it is, let's be honest, but I am a little bit more than just books. So let's get into it. First, I'm going to be just telling you about the body stuff that I'm really into. So this involves makeup and skincare and all of that jazz. So the first thing that I have been loving this month is my Stila liquid liner. It is such a good liner. I know this is a staple for a lot of people. And mine had just dried right out. I think I'd had it for like a year. It lasts a really, really long time. But it was just on its last leg, so I needed another one. And this, I'm telling you, it's like the blackest black liquid liner. My next favorite is a nail polish, Essie's Eternal Optimist. I have it on my nails right now. I love this nail polish. It's like the perfect dusty rose pink. I don't find it lasts insanely long as like the Essie gel colors. It's just like the normal Essie nail polishes, but the color is so perfect for February that I just had to include it in my favorites. I have two skincare items that I am totally in love with. I don't know if you've heard of the brand called Dicium, but they have this line of products that is called the Ordinary. So they're really good skincare items that are simplified. First one that I really love is my new Rosehip Oil. This I use at night as like my moisturizer substitute. It's just so even on the skin. It like sinks right in. It's oddly this weird yellow color, and I honestly thought that it was going to smell like roses, but it doesn't, sadly. But it's really, really nice and hydrating for like this cold winter months, and my skin has just been kind of dry and a bit gross. So this is wonderful to like soak in all of the goodness. The next one helps that dryness. It's the Ordinary's Lactic Acid. I'm using the 10%. This will get rid of any dry patches, any flakiness that you have on your skin. I was finding that I was starting to break out a lot because it was just holding everything in, all of these dry patches. This like totally fixed it. I absolutely love this stuff. They have a 5% version if you have very sensitive skin. I don't have sensitive skin, so I was able to just go for the gold with 10%, and I'm so happy that I did. Next up, I have a bunch of movies and TV shows that I wanted to talk to you about. I have been completely hooked on Buffy Vampire Slayer again. I hadn't really watched it since I was a teenager. I am exactly the same age as Buffy. So when she was graduating high school, when I was watching it live, I was graduating high school. So this was like my TV show when I was a teenager, and I haven't watched it since, and now I'm getting right back into it. I really think that this was an important show for me as a girl to learn about feminism a little bit, to have these idols on TV that were being strong girls. I love Joss Whedon. He can do no wrong for me. I've also been watching the Santa Clarita Diet. It's with Drew Barrymore, and I can't remember the actor's name, but he's in Deadwood, which is also amazing. It follows a couple who are realtors, and she suddenly gets really ill, like violently, disgustingly ill, and she dies, but comes back to life as a kind of zombie. It's so funny. It's really gruesome. If you can't stand gore, maybe pass this up. My husband came home one night with The Light Between Oceans, the movie. This is one of the only scenarios where I loved the movie nearly as much as the book. This movie follows a couple in Australia. They live on Janus Rock because he's a lightkeeper, and they have been trying for our family for a very long time, and they have had some miscarriages, which has been really, really difficult on them. And one day a boat washes ashore. In this boat is a dead man and a living and breathing baby. They keep the baby, and there are tons of ramifications from that decision. It's so good. The cinematography of this movie is brilliant, and the actor and actress in this movie are actually married in real life, so I feel like you get all of the emotions really portrayed. You get to really feel how close these characters are. I'm really surprised that it wasn't nominated for Best Cinematography for sure, and also Best Actress. And the last thing for TV and movies is Lion. My dad and I have this tradition, and now my husband too, we have this tradition of trying to watch all of the Oscar nominated movies, and then we get together and, you know, pop popcorn for the night of the Oscars, and we, you know, kind of have a bit of a competition about who is going to win what. It's really fun, and so we went to go and see Lion together. It follows a boy in India. He gets on a train that wasn't moving, it's just on the tracks. He gets on the train, it starts moving, and it doesn't stop moving for 2 days, and he becomes lost. And it's about the story of this child and also the story of him as an adult trying to find his way back. I cried so many times during this movie. I was glad that it was dark. It was nearly ugly cry material. I'm going to be rooting for that movie all the way for the 2017 Oscars. I'm telling you, it's good. The last bits are homey bits, things that make me really happy and bring some joy to my life at home. The first one is a tiny little cactus that I bought. I know I'm talking about my cactus. I got this little cactus and he sits now in my powder room, and every time I wash my hands I look at it and it just brings me so much joy. The other homey bit that brings me a lot of joy lately at nighttime when I'm going to bed is my diffuser, and I have a specific combination of essential oils that I use that makes my bedroom really feel like a spa. And I wrote all about this on my blog. If you want to go and check it out, I'll have the link below. But it's essentially like lavender and eucalyptus combined. Now you don't want to overdo the eucalyptus because that can be overwhelming and you can just feel like you're in Vicks land. But if you do more lavender to eucalyptus, like 10 to 5, Anyway, those were my February favorites that are non-bookish. Keep a lookout for my February wrap-up for all of the bookish related stuff, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye!